Before we head into the video, I'd love to give a shout out to the sponsor of the channel, RL Exchange. Now, RL Exchange is a great way to buy Rocket League items and credits on any platform at the cheapest prices so that you can build your dream setup. Make sure to go and check out their website using the top link in the description and use code TXC to get yourself 3% off your order. In this series, I have 30 days to trade from nothing up to the titanium white Dominus, and this is day 14. I'm well on the way to getting the white Dominus before day 30. I think I'm actually going to get it like around day 20, which is crazy, but the white Dominus is still worth 50,000 credits, so I have a very long way to go before I can actually afford it. But anyway, let's get straight into the first trade of day 14. Okay, so we're going to be hopping into the first trade of the episode, and as you can see, I've got quite a few items in my inventory. I'm not too desperate to sell them, but if I can get them sold, then I definitely will. And I managed to sell on my Crimson Standard in the first trade for 500 credits. I bought that in the last episode for just 400, so that is going to be 100 credits profit straight away. Yeah, I love doing those trades. It's really quick and easy profit. If you ever can, make sure to underpay for standards. High demand items are so good to make profit with, because right now items are very hard to sell. So if you can focus on buying and selling those really high demand items, the items that are going to sell the easiest out of every single item on the market, then you have the highest chance of making profit. So I'm going to be targeting items that have a very high demand, such as white zombies, which I've just bought for, I believe, a couple hundred credits below the minimum value. As you can also see, I am selling on my white standard. Again, this is another item with a very high demand. I managed to sell it on pretty quickly because loads of people are looking for it, and I'm not struggling to sell it like some other items in my inventory. For example, I've got the Sky Blue Jolting Dragons, which is quite hard to sell. White Fennec right now is also quite hard to sell because it has recently dropped on the spreadsheet. So I just continue to trade with those high demand items, and I'm going to be buying yet another white zombie into my inventory. This is a very good item right now because on the spreadsheet it is pretty stable. It didn't drop like the White Fennec did, and it's still pretty expensive, so I can underpay quite a lot and quite often, as you can see, because I have 3 in my inventory right now, and I also managed to sell on 1 in this trade, just showing that they are really easy to trade with. And I'm not going to lie, these trades are a little bit boring, but I'm still getting a good amount of profit, and in the future I will try and mix up my trades a little bit, because I know for a content point of view these trades aren't very exciting. But what I might do is try and trade with painted dices, painted tunicas, some different items, just so that it's a little bit more interesting for you guys, and you can also see different ways to make profit, not the same method over and over, because not only is it a little bit boring for content, it's a little bit boring when you're actually trading, because I know a lot of you are going to try and replicate these trades. I also managed to buy a Sky Blue Fennec, and I'd say right now it's actually a little bit easier to sell than the White Fennec, so again that should be another 100 credits profit, and actually I should be able to sell it on pretty quickly. I also managed to buy another White Fennec here. I know I did say it is quite hard to sell, but I am underpaying by 200 credits, and again 200 credits is a lot of profit just because I'm getting really good trades. Don't put yourself down, because I've been trading for years now, so I know the best ways to get trades, sell items, all of that stuff, and I'm not gonna lie, 200 credits profit is a lot even for me, and when I am getting it like every trade, it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a ton of profit, and we're only on day 14, but the inventory is very good. I believe we're coming up on like 35,000 credits on inventory value, which is genuinely mad, especially for day 14. I've got to say, I've been trading a lot in this series, but I'm also getting more profit than I usually am in any other nothing to something, which is a little bit weird because right now items are still very hard to sell, so I don't really know how I'm doing it. I also managed to buy another White Fennec. I don't know what's going on. If you're wondering how I'm getting these trades, it's literally just RL Garage. The majority of this video has been trades through RL Garage. I believe I bought the Sky Blue Fennec through Xbox looking for group, but when I'm buying and selling white zombies and white Fennecs, it's literally just RL Garage. Like I said, I don't know how I'm doing it. I've literally just got a post up offering 1.4k for white Fennecs, 1.5k for white zombies. That is 200 credits below the minimum value for each item, which I said is a massive underpay. So I don't know why so many people are giving me these items, because I'm not struggling too much to sell them on. As you've already seen, I believe I've sold on a couple of white zombies in this episode. I don't know if I've actually sold on a white Fennec, so I'm not gonna lie, white Fennec is very hard to sell, but even still, I don't think it's going to drop, so what I can do is just buy a load into my inventory, wait for them to become a little bit more stable, and then sell them. As you've just seen, I bought another white standard, as I mentioned earlier as well. I love trading with standards. They're really easy to sell on. I also managed to pay 1.9k for a black standard. Unfortunately, it did drop a little bit after I bought it, which isn't too great, but I did underpay by 200 credits, and it only dropped by 100, so I still can make 100 credits profit, even if I sell it for the minimum value. But yeah, inventory's looking very, very solid. As I did mention, I've got quite a few items. I'm buying 2 more items into the inventory as well, paying roughly 100 credits below each of the minimum values for the octanes. And I love trading with octanes as well because, again, they have a very high demand. They're really easy to sell on, and I should be able to get the minimum value for each of those octanes. And here, I'm also going to be selling on a white fennec. Now, I did take a little bit of credits with items just because, as I mentioned, I was struggling to sell the white fennec, but I managed to get a magma and a streamline and 1.4k. Magma's 150, streamline is 100, so that is roughly 1,650, just above the minimum value. Oh wait, it was almost 1.5k. I take it back. I didn't know I actually got that much, so that's going to be almost 1,700 credits, which is pretty crazy for a white fennec trade, because I was struggling to get even the minimum value. So all I have to do is sell those black markets for the minimum value, which is easier said than done. I probably will struggle to sell them, but we'll see how that goes. I also managed to get the minimum value for that orange octane, making another 100 credits profit. And at this point, the inventory is getting a little bit out of hand. It is quite big. I probably should have started to sell items a little bit sooner, but oh well. Market is pretty stable. Items aren't going down too much. I know white fennec did drop, black standard did drop, but they only dropped by 100 credits, and that is because I believe the new Transformers bundle came out. Credit demand absolutely skyrocketed, but for now, items should either remain pretty stable or go up in value, so I'm not too worried. I also do manage to get rid of my forest green octane here for 250 credits. Unfortunately, again, a little bit after I bought this, it did drop as well, so that's not too great, but I managed to make another 50 credits profit, which isn't a lot compared to my other trades, but 50 credits profit still isn't too bad. I mean, I'll take it. I'm not losing anything, so it's not too bad. But I also managed to get rid of my white standard. Again, so easy to sell on this item. I'm definitely going to be buying and selling more white standards in the future because it's roughly anywhere between 150 to 200 credits profit every time I'm trading with this item. So easy to sell as well. It really doesn't take long at all. I also managed to buy another black standard. Unfortunately, again, this was a little bit before it dropped on the spreadsheet, but I believe it's actually gone up again. So depending on when I sell it, I should be able to get either 2k or 2.1k. So either way, I'm going to be making profit on that black standard and at least 100 credits profit, which again is really good. I know I'm getting 200 credits profit, but even if I'm getting a little bit of profit, I can't really knock it. It's still pretty decent. And I also managed to sell on the black standard here for 2.1k, which I believe was the middle value at the time. I was searching for 2.1k because I wanted to make as much profit as possible, and I don't really think I can ever really sell items for their middle value because they're just so hard to sell at the moment. But luckily, I was able to find it for the black standard, and I'm also selling on both the sky blue fennec and the white zombie together, which is so good because I was actually struggling a little bit with both of the items. Selling them both on in the same trade for the minimum value will save me quite a bit of time, and I'm slowly getting rid of all of my items. And as I've already mentioned countless times throughout this video, items are quite hard to sell at the moment, so I believe all the trades you are seeing are actually over the course of a few days, and right now I am struggling a little bit for trades. I'm trying to get at least 20 trades in every episode, and right now I'm a little bit behind. I don't really have an episode sorted for tomorrow. I'm currently recording this video on the day it's going up, so I need to do a little bit more trading, but right now it's just so hard to make trades. I'm making a good amount of profit still. I'm happy with the amount of profit, but the trades, I need more of them. I'm also buying a black stern for 500 credits. That is going to be a 300 credit underpay. Again, I quite like trading with black sterns. Black OEMs are a little bit harder to sell, but black sterns tend to sell on pretty quickly. So again, I should be able to make roughly 300 credits profit on that item, which again is a ton of profit. But that is going to wrap it up for this episode. I really hope you have enjoyed. If you have, then make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Also, make sure to join my Discord. I'm giving away a white octane over on my Discord server when the channel hits 26k. So make sure to subscribe and head over to the Discord server. The link is in the description down below. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.
Me